We run a 4-barrel bluff with ace-king in the first hand, do not get a fold, and we lose the majority of our stack. We find a good spot to get in our last 5K with 5,000 dead money in the middle against King 5. We win that hand and we're back to starting.
We got 20,000 in the $600 Venetian Deep Stack Extravaganza event number 2. Coming back to 1,200 big blind. Table is soft. We got one reg. You might know from yesterday at the table, but he's not going to fuck around. We're going to punish these amateurs. We're going to maximize our profit and ride this to another final table back to back. And we are out. $600 event number 2 super stack. 6 max 1100 tomorrow. Should be more fun. Let's keep the heater going.
I expect this 6 max tournament to be a tougher than average field with a lot of top regs coming into town. Table draw is even more important in the 6 max as you'll be playing twice as many hands. It's very important to get to the tournament on time so you get a table draw full of recreationals and not pros that late register and re-enter.
15,000 starting stack. We lost half of our stack the very first hand with ace king, running a triple barrel bluff, repping aces or kings. I knew he was weak, but he called anyways. Put us down to 7,500. Built it up to 10K. Then we got in a spot with ace king on ace queen 3 flop. They had ace queen and we did not fold any street. Put us down to 5K. Played aggressively to win some pots, and now we're back up to 10,000. We have momentum. The blinds are about to be 1,200 with an ante. 6 max, 1,100 buy-in. We have a soft table, and we're going to take advantage. And we are out of the 1,100 6 max event at the Venetian. Cutoff opens to 500. We make it 1,500 off of a 7K stack. Big blind snaps it in for 3,300 to go. One fold, we shove. They call off their 9K total in the big blind, and they have ace jack offsuit. They flop an ace, and we are eliminated from the tournament. The field is small. There is a good deal of good regs in this event, so we're not going to re-enter. We're going to come back strong for the 1,100 300K tomorrow. It's February 2nd, day 1A of the 1,100 buy-in MSPT, 300K guaranteed at the Venetian. We're looking to bag and tag off one bullet, come back on the 4th, take this baby down for a huge score. Unfortunately, we did not cash the 600 or 1,100 6 max the previous 2 days at the Venetian, but we can't final table them all. We're on a hell of a run, and we're going to keep the momentum going. $15,000 starting stack. We're up to 25,000. First break, 2 p.m. Stacked a woman, ace king versus jacks on a 9-4-6 two-spade board. Got it all in. She just had a pot-sized bet after I 3-bet her pre. Comes running spades. We hit a flush. And we've been lagging it up when we were short-handed early. Now we're 10-handed. Pretty shitty for an $1,100 buy-in to be 10-handed at this point. But we're gonna pick our spots and punish people's mistakes. $41,000 on second break. Half the table's pros, but luckily they're all to my right, so I have position on them, and the recreationals are all to my left, so that works out perfectly. Trying to avoid pots with the pros and play pots with the recreationals. Playing 14 levels today.
With blinds at 250-500, the under the gun player opens for 1,025 chips. We call on the button, and the big blind comes along to see a flop. The flop is rather favorable for our hand. Under the gun bets 2,500. We flat call. The big blind folds. The turn brings an offsuit 7. Under the gun bets 5,000. We call. The river brings an innocuous deuce. Under the gun shoves all in for 6,000. We snap call, and we're now up to 55,000 chips. The following hands are all-ins pre-flop. It folds to us in the cutoff, and we raise to 2,500 with pocket sixes. Only the big blind defends. We flop a full house. The big blind checks. We bet 2,000 chips. The big blind snap raises to 8,000 chips. Let me ask you, what is he representing here? If he really had the ace, would he check raise? Does he have a lower pair, a higher pair, or just a bluff? Feel free to pause the video and comment below on what you would do in this situation. I am torn between just calling and letting him continue to bluff and possibly hit one of his overcards, or shoving all in, protecting our equity, and or getting called by deuces through fives for value. I decide to just call the additional 6,000. The turn brings a king, and he quickly fires out 9,000 chips. We decide to just call, hoping that he's running an elaborate bluff, because odds are he doesn't have an ace, and he probably doesn't have a bigger pair. The river is a 3. He quickly checks. I don't see much value in betting here. We check behind. He shows pocket 4s, and we win a big pot.
But I feel like I have to bet that turn pretty big. Like,
yeah, it's good.
exactly.
Obviously, the best card in there on there. So.
$70,000 going to 2,000 big blind. 2 more levels remaining for the evening. Tables got a lot harder with X Online pros. That's okay. They're gonna bust, we'll get more recreationals, or I'll just cooler them, outplay them, get the best of them. This is our year. We have the heater. They can't stop us. They can only try. A lot of big hands at level. Can't win them all, but we can stay focused. Focused for another hour and a half.
With 16 minutes remaining in the night, they paused the clock and let us know we're each playing 8 hands per table. This is hand number 1. Under the gun +1, we look down at pocket kings and raise it up to 6,000 with blinds at 1,200, 2,400. We get action from the button, who makes it 14,500. It folds to us and we have a decision. We can shove all in for approximately 70,000. We can flat, or we can put in a small 4-bet. I decide to put in a 4-bet to 30,000. In retrospect, I wish I would have just called and slow played my hand and check shoved on any non-ace flop. But we made it 30,000 to go. Our opponent quickly jammed all in, having us covered. We call with pocket kings, and he shows us pocket aces. The flop comes 9, 7, 4, 2 hearts. The turn is a king of diamonds, and the river is a brick. We double up to 150,000, and there's now 7 hands remaining in the night.
Don't give them my chips. No, maybe next time. You were waiting for me.
On hand 3 of 8, it folds to the small blind, who limps with a 72,000 chip stack. We raise an additional 5,000, making it 7,400 to go with ace queen of clubs. He snap jams on us, and we snap call. He shows king queen offsuit for 150,000 chip pot. We have a huge advantage, and we're looking to hold to be near the chip lead of day 1. The flop comes king 10 7. Turn is a 6, and the river is a 3. He sucks out on us, and we're now down to 80,000 chips again. Stay tuned to find out what happens on day 2 of this $1,100 Venetian MSPT event. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Coming from Rachel Starr herself, watch Jeff Boski on YouTube.